with donnellsstitchery here. How y'all doing? So we are going to have some fun tonight. Let me fit up my chat up here. We got Melissa and Michelle. We got Vintage Joe and Heather. Hey girls, how's everybody doing? Let me know in the chat how y'all doing. So today is Wednesday, January 7th, and today I am going to be working on making some more of these up. Hey, Mama Debbie, she says, hey people, I'm lurking. Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to be making up more of these blocks. So right now I am working on assembling these two pieces, this gray and this purple. And I got a lot to do. Hey, Brenda. Let's see. Better now the minions are back in school. Girl, I hear ya. I do not miss those days where my kids were out on breaks and everything. That drove me nuts. So I completely understand how you feel. Hey, Auntie Carol, how you doing? Alrighty, so I'm going to switch you guys over here to the desk. Into connecting those, and then I already got the other two pieces setting out that I got to work on next. So it's going to be probably about 2 weeks heavy. I'm going to be working on this on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So my goal is to get this completed before I start the good morning for you and good evening for us for Deb Cornell. How are you doing, sweetheart? Girl, I mopped more than half my freaking house yesterday. Had company today, so I couldn't finish. Oh no! Girl, breathe a little. Okay? Breathe just a little bit. Little. Okay, so I'm going to switch you guys down here. So I have you fixed up so that you guys can see me do this. Move my computer mouse up here. Hey, Miss June, how you doing? So I'm just putting these right sides together. I had tabled this for a little bit because I wanted to get a couple of whips completed, which I did. And I was very happy about. And I got a few whips completed over the weekend, as well as some of the blocks of the lion. And he will be coming out for show and tell on Saturday or Sunday, one of the two, maybe Sunday. I think what I'm going to do, because what I have up there right now behind me, underneath so what I have up there underneath those blocks there is a sheet that's folded over, so that way there you get hiding the lion. And what I think I'm going to do is keep him hidden until Sundays, and then on Sundays during my live stream, you get to see the progression, because I've been making a lot of progress on him. But I don't want anybody to see until I am ready to show it on Sundays. So that just means you have to tune in on Sundays to see how he's doing. Let's see. No, I needed the bestie visit, and my mom came over for a bit too. That's good. I'm glad you needed that and you got what you needed. And I hope it was a good visit with your mama too. So how is everybody else doing tonight? Or this morning or afternoon or whatever time it is wherever you are located? Hello, Miss Judy. She says she'll be lurking while sewing. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Now, I do have all my streams scheduled for this week, so make sure you hit that notification button on there to ring that bell to notify you whenever I get ready to go live. So I got all this week scheduled, and then I have also the one for the very first one for March 4th scheduled. Oh, thank you, baby. So I have all the ones for March 4th, or the sew along that'll be starting, not March 4th. Oh my gosh, February 4th. I have that scheduled already up. So, and I will be making a short video that will be coming up this weekend, or maybe one day during this week. I don't know. We'll see. Sometime other before the end of this week, there'll be a video posted that will give you all the details of everything that you need, where to get all the supplies, whatever. So that way there you guys can know all the details. So I know I went through it pretty quickly the other day on my live stream. So I'm like, I need to make a standalone video just for that. Let's see. So what is your favorite thing about January? Tell me one thing about January that you guys love so much. Now I'll go first. For me, is the new fresh start of every year. I think I may have asked this question last time too, but I wanted to ask it again anyway. Hey Amanda, how you doing, honey? I seen that you were live last night and I meant to come over and watch you, but then I got busy with the family stuff and never made it over. I do intend on watching your replay later. I'm sorry. Hey Ingrid, hey Vintage Joe, how y'all doing? I've been missing a lot of live streams lately, and that is because everything is just so crazy, and I'm trying to stay hyper focused whenever I'm working, so I'm not catching a lot of live streams right now. And I'm sorry, guys. And then family time afterwards has been busy. I just been like being hyper focused. Trying to get back into the rhythm of things ever since the holidays. It's got my schedule all messed up. Let's see. So what are some, let's see here. What are some colorways that you could see this quilt behind me in? And I'll move you guys back over to the other screen for a moment so that y'all could see this. What are some colorways that you guys could see this in? I'm well basting a quilt while listening. Awesome sauce, Amanda. My favorite thing about January is celebrating my daughter's birthday. She turned 30 yesterday. Aw, congratulations! Aw, she's in the 30s now. She left the baby 20s. She's a big girl now. So like, I thought that this here would be a really cute thing to do in like a red, white, and blue, but I can't think of what the other fourth color would be. Because there's 4 colors to this. Unless I do like a white, 2 different whites or off-white or something. I don't know. Almost done with this stack, and then I can grab at the next ones. Trying to sew up all the little pieces first before I start connecting anything into anywhere. That's the most tedious part of this, is trying to, I love when YouTube makes my chat stop. No! Right? January inspires me to learn something new. Yes. Red, black, gray, and white. Ooh, that would be pretty. Now for the 2 major, like where I had the purple and the blue, which 2 would you put there, Ingrid? And then which 2 would you have as where the pink and the gray are? curious minds. I like playing around with colors and seeing what happens, and if a secondary thing comes out from it, it's so fun. This one here, though, I didn't even play around with the colors. It's like I instantly knew where I wanted to put the fabrics at. I guarantee you, whenever I'm done doing these blocks and this quilt for my son and his girlfriend, then this block here be put away for a little while. Because, okay, I did 24 blocks for a swap block, and then the, how many ever blocks I need for this one? I don't even know how many blocks offhand. So right now it's 8 in each row, and I'm going to do 7 rows. So I'm like, no matter which way I turn it, it's going to be correct. So, see, I have 6 quilt tops to get quilted, and I am working on to finish quilt tops. Yes, ma'am. I am working on getting a lot of my whips or works in progress, whichever one you want to call it. I can't remember which is which. I'm working on getting a lot of my projects that are in the middle of different phases of being put together, all put together into quilt tops. And then the second half of this year, I'm going to start practicing and learning how to do free motion quilting, teaching myself that method so I can start quilting up my smaller ones. Like my lap size and smaller, or maybe even twin size and smaller, I want to quilt up myself. But the queens and full size quilts, I'll be sending to Auntie Donna. Like this one here, I'll be going to Auntie Donna. I already got the backing and everything for it, so. Let's see. 2 shades of orange, yellow, and white. Ooh, that'd be pretty. Ooh. And even I could see that as like a orange, purple, black, and gray or something like that. Black and green, something. Ooh, I could totally see this as a Halloween quilt. Let's see. I would put the red where the purple is, black where the blue is. Oh, awesome. I love that combination. White where the pink is, and keep the gray where it is. Ooh, I love that. Finished. Amanda says, I finished my first whip last night. I have many quilt tops to finish. Girl, I hear you. Hey, Dawn Stewart, how are you doing, sweethearts? Plus, I had 2 back from quilting to finish the binding. Ah, I love the binding part. Okay, put in the chat, what is your favorite part about making a quilt? Is it the planning, the cutting, the pressing, the sewing, the quilting, or the binding? My personal favorite part is, okay, I got multiple favorite parts. I love the pressing, and I love, or not the pressing, I love the planning. Love, 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 love the planning. I love the sewing. Yes, Ingrid. Halloween colors would look absolutely gorgeous. Heather says she actually loves the whole process. Awesome. Okay, so now the 2 pieces I'm going to be sewing together, because all of those other ones are done, is, okay, let me bring you guys down here to the table so I can show you where they are. So now the 2 pieces I'm going to be sewing together are these 2 pieces right here. This little gray and this little bit of purple right here. So those are going to be getting stitched up. So I like to try and take this and put this over here on this side and this over here. So that way there I can keep the small one on this side. Let's see. I enjoy the whole process, actually binding, piecing, and binding. Least favorite is the cutting. For me, the least favorite is the quilting because I don't know how to free motion quilt, so I get flustered easily. I'm going my instructions to make sure I have this correct. Okay, so it shows it this direction. Let's see. A, B. Okay, so I need to flip it around this way. And it's going to be like this then. I do best by looking at the diagrams to make sure I have it correct. Yep. Okay. Let's see. And I do not like the squaring up. I despise squaring up. That's why I love it whenever I send it to Auntie Donna and she squares it up before she sends it back majority of the time. I think there's only once that she didn't, and that's just because she was in a hurry before going to retreat, to one of her retreats. She had wound up quilting it for me and got it done right before she had to leave and didn't have time to square it up, which was completely fine. I had no problem with that whatsoever. I mean, I can square it up. I just don't like squaring it up because I don't have a very large table where I can lay it out on to get it nice and square. I am at workbench now. That's all nice and cleaned off. Other than right now, because I'm in the middle of cutting up another project. So I am hoping to be working on two different projects and two different new projects here soon. I got the one coming up in February. And then if I can get this one done up in time, I can be able to get the Quilts of Valor quilt that I'm going to do. I'm doing a potato chip version block of Quilts of Valor. And it's going to be red and blue stripes that would be separated out by white stripes. But I'm doing it in a potato chip version. So I already started cutting my fabric up, so I can get busy started working on that. And it's all the same block, just different placements of fabric. And when I get ready to do that, I'll let you guys all know, so you can be able to do it with me if you like, as well as give all the detailed information. Once I have a better idea of where I'm at with this, because once I get these little pieces all stitched together, then that's going to go fast. Which would be good, because when I get to the fast part where I'm getting these assembled and into rows and into blocks and quadrants and blocks and rows and a quilt top, so I can get it sent to Auntie Donna. So who in here, put a heart in the chat if you enjoy squaring up your quilt once you get it quilted. I actually love this fairy dust fabric. It is so pretty. What, baby Peaches? What, baby girl? She's over here chirping at me. Ingrid says she likes squaring up quilts. But Ingrid, I'll send you my quilt so you can square up mine. June says she likes squaring up quilts. That's less than 0% of enjoying squaring up. I gave Donna a maybe on the Quilt of Valor, but I dug out my red, white, and blue fat quarters. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'm like, I want to do the chain, not the chain. I'm doing that one right now for a different project, which I can't show until after the recipient has it. But because I don't want her to see until she has the completed quilt top in hand from the swap. But I will show you guys a picture of it whenever I get it done. How many more of those blocks do you have to make, Tanel? Ingrid? I got 2 rows done. I need a total of 7 rows. So 5 more rows, and there's 8 blocks in each row. So 40 blocks total. I got 1.5 over here done. So 38.5 blocks. I actually quit working on it for the past couple weeks because I was busy trying to complete a few other things. But now I'm like, okay, now I can get back onto this. I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks of me working on this daily that I'll have this done in no time. Sewing together all these little teeny tiny pieces is the most tedious part of this block. Just because these little pieces take so long. And the cutting them out take forever. It's like to cut it takes me like probably about an hour to cut out 4 blocks of fabric. Yeah, exactly, Heather. Exactly. You got that one 100,000% correct. About a metric ton. It feels like it's the never-ending block. Completely wrong block for me to choose. But it was so pretty, I had to do it in an agile quilt. I needed to see it in a complete quilt of my making. And I am pleading at this point now temporary insanity on this. Just putting it out there. I'm pleading temporary insanity on making this, on deciding to do this quilt. It is a beautiful quilt, and it's absolutely stunning. And let's see here. I mean, I do love this block. And I guarantee you I'll be making it again down the road. This is just probably the only time I'm going to be doing it during this year. Because I'm going to need a whole year to recover from it before I just decide to play temporary insanity again. As soon as someone asks me for a quilt with 4 colors and wants something fancy, I'm like, ooh, I know the perfect block. Ay, ay, ay. Me and my harebrained schemes of getting myself into things, I swear. Who else winds up biting off bigger things bigger projects than what they can handle? Or am I the only one here that takes a bigger bite than what they can handle? Or a bigger bite than what they anticipate? Not more than what they can handle, because you'll never do more than you can handle as long as you have the man upstairs in your corner. So let me know in the chat if you ever try and take on a bigger quilt project than what you are anticipating it to be. And then halfway through you realize, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? The pattern and fabric you're using is gorgeous. Thank you so much. So the fabric, the red, pink, and blue. Let's see. The red, pink, and blue fabric is Let me get this open. Let me move this out of the way so that way there I can put it up here in case so you can be able to see it. It is says by Kimberly Enmo Designs for Timeless Treasures Fabrics of Soho LLC. So it's called Solid-ish. So it's solid.ish is the fabric line. And I got plenty of the blue and the pink. I probably got to go back and get more purple. And then the gray is Tulip Pink's Fairy Dust and charcoal. Did you have to a specific die for cutting the pieces? Yes, I bought the quilt die for this, and it just works great for having that and everything to be able to do these little fancy pieces. I think that's me this year. I hear you, girl. And to anyone out there that I have told you that I will send you some fabric, I still intend to do so. I've just been really tight with money right now from the holidays, so just be patient with me and it will be getting out to you. If you have placed any won any giveaways from me, those will be going out this weekend. I've been waiting until I got my paycheck so I could be able to afford to pay for the shipping because I am broke as a joke right now. But those will be getting shipped out all this weekend, the giveaways. And let's see. What else was it? Oh, and yep, that's about it I got, I think. The dusty or something. Let's see. Oops, come back up here. Oh, wow, I cannot believe I've already been live for half an hour. I'll probably end this in about another 15 minutes, guys, because my youngest son is over here. Did not know he was coming over this evening. But either way, he's a YouTuber as well, so he understands completely on the importance of getting your material out there and everything, so. But I'm going to end here in about 15 minutes so I can go spend some time with him before he takes off because he's leaving out between 8 and 9 to go back home to his girlfriend because she's at work right now, so. So sometimes whenever she's at work, he'll come over and spend time with us. And then other times he'll just bring her along. Let's see. I was wondering about that, but I figured it would come whenever. Oh, no worries ever, girl. Yeah, I didn't want you to think that I told you I would, and then I just forgot all about you, or so the heck with it, or anything like that. Just want to let you know it is coming. Night, everyone. Have a good night. June says, sweet dreams, June. Nighty night. At least when I get done with this live stream, I'll have some progress made on these pieces here. Now for the pattern that I am doing on starting February 4th, you will need 12 fat quarters for that. Right, Heather? Yay, progress. And I've gotten progress done on the lion too, but you gotta wait until Sunday to come see it. Because he is coming out so handsome. My husband and son have been coming in here on a daily basis to check to see what progress is being made, so they're keeping me held accountable too. I think my husband's getting eager to be knowing that that's going to be ours. Thinking about what I'll do, because I was talking about it with Auntie Donna. I think what I'm going to do is going to make a wall hanger on the back and hang it up in my bedroom. Because I would have to add extra fabric to the sides and top and bottom to be able to make it fit my queen size quilt, I think, or a queen size bed. And I really don't want to add extra. And I don't want it as a couch quilt. Because if I have it on my bed, then the cats are going to be on it all over it and everything, getting cat hair all over all that white. And one of my cats is complete black. So I don't want black cat hair all over that white fabric. So what I'm thinking is I will do like Auntie Donna recommends and make it into wall hanging. I just gotta find me a big enough wall. Probably gonna need to be a tall wall. I don't know. I'll find somewhere for it to be in this house. Let's see. Ooh, I keep going like this and everything. I might actually get all these pieces stitched and be able to start the next batch. So I'm not doing any pressing right now. I'm waiting until I get all the small pieces all sewn together, and then I'll go back and press. And then I'm going to do my start putting them all together. So my goal is that after this weekend be to the point where I can start assembling the blocks together. So I still got quite a few pieces over here in my box. And I don't know if I'll have to go buy more purple or not. I'm hoping not. But if I do, then I'll just need like maybe half a yard. Probably get a yard just to be on safe, because who doesn't need more purple fabric, right? I have a whole drawer over there of nothing but purple fabric. But it's like a mix of all different purples. And I did not want this scrappy. I was going to initially do this scrappy, and then I decided not to. I decided for this being the quilt that I was making for them, and it's for their bed, and it's the first one I've made them for their bed, then I want it to be completely like all super cute and beautiful, all same fabrics in all the same places. Is there much waste in using an AccuQuilt thing? There can be. Me, I like to take, okay, so like, okay, so for instance, here's the quilt die for this block. And yes, it's a pretty long quilt die. It's like 26 inches. So what I do is I say this is one color, this group here is one color. So they're like grouped into the color, into batches where the colors go of fabric. Ooh, periwinkle is pretty too. So what I do is I take my smaller ruler, because I know this is 6 inches wide. So I already know that it needs to be 6 inches, but I need to know how far over the width of it. So what I do is I measure from here to here, and I average about 1/4 of an inch past the edge of this dark gray. So that way I know I've got plenty of fabric. So like this one here would be like 6 inches by like say 4.5 or something like that. And then I lay out, and you can cut up to 6 pieces of fabric at a time, height, or like 6 layers of cotton fabric, as long as it's not like anything, as long as it's just the fabric, you can cut 6 layers. So I cut those, layer them 6 at a time on each one of these 4 sections, and then I run it through. So I'm cutting like 1.5 blocks each, and I did not wind up with a whole lot of waste. And what I did wind up with, and everything, I have, and the little bit of waste that I do have, I have set aside to be able to see what size squares I can be able to cut out of it. I'm thinking I can be able to get at least a couple 2.5-inch squares out of each one, which would be really cool, because then I could be able to at least use some of it in like my memory quilt for my EPP. So then it's not technically waste. I want to buy one, but I want an electric one. So I will have to work a lot more night shifts to pay for it. If you do it off of Amazon, you can actually use a firm, which is how I did mine. And that way then you'll be able to make payments. But I bought mine off of Amazon. And I actually did the manual, because I'm like, I couldn't justify the extra for just the electric. So I'm like, I might get the electric down the road, or I might just stick with the manual until I can no longer do the manual. Takes a little bit more time, but it gets me that arm exercise in there from winding it. I do love my quilt though. It's great for whenever, especially like if you're gonna do like say a postage stamp quilt, where you got like, if you really like doing like say postage stamp quilts or cutting out 2.5-inch squares, it's great for that. Yes, build them muscles. Yes, definitely. So I do love, because I've done a few quilts already that are like 1.5 or 2.5 inches, and like for we're doing the spectacle scraps with Heather, the debt-free quilter in here. Um, it's great for cutting out those 2.5-inch squares. Cutting out 2.5-inch square bundles for selling. It's great for that. I mean, I got a quilt coming up that I'm gonna be doing in March that I am needing a lot, like a couple thousand of 1.5-inch squares. And I already got some cut out, but I know I got to cut out a lot more. And that was one of the main reasons why I bought it. Because I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and manually cut out 1.5-inch squares. And what if I cut one crooked or whatnot? I'm like, I can easily do it. And they got a die, an AccuQuilt die for 1.5-inch squares, where it cuts them out in 9 patches of 1.5-inch squares. So you cut like a piece of square fabric. I measure the area, give myself just enough to go up over the edges, slightly past the edges, and I place it on there, and it can do 6 layers at a time, which is great, because when it's done cutting it, then I got 54 1.5-inch squares off of those few seconds of cutting it. There is under no circumstance ever where I'm going to have accurately cut 54 1.5-inch squares within a matter of a few minutes. That I can do that with that. I'm like, it just works out way better for me. So, why not? All right, that is all of those. And I got some extra little ones here. I believe that was the letter B. So I'll put that back. So I have sandwich baggies. Yes, I'm using sandwich baggies with the cars on it. It's what I had available in the house. Another question. Did you get a block box thingy? If so, what size did you get? I was recommended an 8. So I did get a block box. I actually got the EPP one. But I did not get it with my machine. I actually had my husband buy it for me for Christmas for EPP. So I wanted to test it out to see how it was. It's great for cutting out my papers for EPP. And it cuts them accurately and 3 at a time for each sheet that I put, for each little piece of paper I put in there. It can cut me 3 of them at a time. I haven't played around with it a whole lot. But the box I got does EPP and it does, it can do fabric as well as paper. And it does, see, half Etsy, 1 inch, see, 1 inch half Etsy, 1 inch Etsy, and 1 inch triangles. Which is really awesome. Because that's the 3 main ones I use. I'm just sitting here. If y'all wondering what I'm doing, I have a little blade right here on my machine that was built, that came in my machine. So I'm just sitting here cutting my fabrics, my blocks apart. It's actually used for bringing up the needle when you're threading the needle, to bring it up through here and cut the end of it so it's not too long that you're putting through. But I use it for separating my blocks as well. So I'm like, why buy anything else? I had this right here. And eventually we'll be at the end over here. Feel like I've been dissecting this strip here of them for like forever now. First it took forever to sew them all together. Now it's taken forever to cut them all apart. Chain piecing is amazing, but it can be very boring. I'm a type of person, I need to do something different every so often because otherwise I get bored of the same thing over and over and over. But that's okay. So, with that being said, I've already gotten, so these already had done. So tonight, I've gotten all this done, which is all this. So I got these 3 stacks here, and then this stack here, which was all I had left to do with this one. So I'll be getting these pressed before the weekend, so we can do the next step, which is, let me see, what's the next small pieces here that we got to do up? So you cut paper in it? You just answered that. Yes. I can definitely, yeah, the EPP one, you can definitely do paper. You can do paper in any of them, but the ones that are designed for paper, then they cut paper a little bit easier. Hey, Sylvia. Oh, because Ninja Flower uses one of your old rotary blades and it isn't attached to your sewing machine at a weird angle. Definitely. So the next small pieces we'll be doing will be step 5, which is letter C and AR. So I'll be doing putting those together on Saturday. The C and AR, and maybe even the ER and an H. And then that way there, next Wednesday, we'll possibly be able to start assembling our blocks. So if fingers, fingers crossed, next Saturday next Wednesday we'll be assembling our blocks of the half square triangles into our little quadrants. And then Saturday putting the blocks together. And then maybe even the following week, at the very latest, I'll be putting all my rows together. So we will see how things go. I will talk to you guys all later. I am going to go spend some time with my boy before he leaves out, my youngest son. And I hope you guys all have an amazing, beautiful evening. Miss Deb Cornell, I hope you have an amazing day, because I know it's morning there for you, hon. And my love to each and every single individual, one of you guys watching the live stream as well as the replay. I love you guys all so much. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up and everything, because it really helps my channel. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's okay too. You won't hurt my feelings. And I love you guys all so much. If you get about, smile, because you never know whose day you can change with a